Hello ladies, it's Facebook Live on Tuesday, Business Tip Tuesday. It's lovely to be here. How are you doing? If you are with us on the call, on the live chat, then please say hi. It's lovely to see who's here and to talk to people. So just going to wait for some people to jump on. But so this month is Juggling with Ease. And I'm very excited about this topic, especially as we go into the summer holidays. The summer holidays is fast approaching, and I know that can send us in a bit of a panic. We've got 6 weeks that we have to sort childcare out for, juggling our business, and managing everything else. And it can be really, really tough just in non-school holidays, let alone when we've got 6 weeks of childcare and everything else like that, and running our business. So this is why I've put Juggling with Ease in July. I always put this theme into July because I think it's a real poignant month for it as we plan as we go into some holidays. So anybody here, just say hi that you're here, and I'm going to go straight into today's topic, Juggling with Ease, which is managing clients' expectations. Now, this is something that gets brought up quite a bit in with my clients, is about clients, and about people are afraid to say no to clients. People can start to resent their clients maybe if they're asking too much of them. So you've got to imagine this situation. You're taking some time out for yourself over the summer holidays, and you're spending some time with your children, and then when your clients phones up and demands something from you, or somebody wants to buy something from you, but it's not the right time. And how does that make you feel inside? Because I know for a lot of us is that we can feel a bit like we don't want to say no to them. We're scared about we're going to lose them as a client, and we're kind of instead of taking the lead, let them dictate to us, right? And I want you to know, when it comes to you and your clients, it's on, you set the terms, and if they can accept those terms, then it's a great, great partnership to be working with them, and that's how it should be. So I'm going to share with you then how you can go into the summer holidays managing clients' expectations and what they can expect from you. So firstly, which is a really, really great way, is I want you to imagine kind of like a scenario that can happen with your client over the summer holidays. What would be a real uncomfortable situation? What kind of scenario would put pressure on you? What kind of thing would you not be able to deliver for them over the summer holidays? And write it down, and make a note of all of this stuff. And then once you've done that, then is you need to talk to your clients. Communication is absolutely key. One thing that we cannot do in personal relationships and business relationships is set boundaries. Is set those boundaries so people have expectations from us, and that is really clear communication. And I know what it's like. I've had it recently when you set a boundary and the other person doesn't accept your boundary, and it can leave you feeling disappointed if you really enjoyed that relationship with them, whether that is in business, because you can take this personal as well. But if it's in a business relationship and you've got a really great relationship with your client, or with I talk about clients because that's the topic. So you've got a really, really great relationship with your client and you enjoy working with them, but you put up a boundary and they can't accept that boundary. And it can feel gutting, it can feel disappointing. And so what tends to happen is we then question our boundary. Okay, so if you have been in a situation with a client and you've enjoyed working with them, and you have enjoyed whatever the project is, or just enjoyed that time, and you've set up a boundary and they can't accept it, and then you start questioning yourself and your boundary, do not question yourself, okay? What I want you to do before you go into the 6 weeks holidays is be really, really clear on your boundaries. Be really clear on them and what you want for your summer holidays. What do you want for your summer holidays? Okay? I want you to be clear on that, because you're the lead here. So how do you want your summer holidays to be? How do you want them to feel like? Because it's all about feeling as well, like talking like this month, Juggling with Ease, it's all about how we're feeling inside. So like if we're feeling in conflict, if we're feeling out of balance, if we're feeling like we're pushing, if we're feeling like it's a struggle, it's feelings. And those feelings are coming from somewhere, and they're usually coming from a place of not feeling, not aligning with our truth, okay? Not aligning with our true self. And I will say this, and I've said this so much this month, is we have to get back to who we are and our truth, and that's in business and that's in personal, it's in everything. Just because you're in business doesn't mean that you have to lose, yourself and your values. Doesn't mean that at all. It means that you have to ask yourself, what type of business are you doing? Who are you serving? And set those boundaries and those terms. Right? If you go to like any, if you look at any business, and top, really big companies and stuff, they have terms and conditions, they have boundaries, and you don't hear them saying, okay, for you, we'll do that. For you, I'll put myself out. I'll say no to myself, because that's quite frankly what you're doing. There's a quote out there, when you say yes to somebody, you could be saying no to yourself. What you want to do is say yes. You both want to be saying yes to each other. Like, this works for me and this works for you. Okay, so the next 6 weeks, I'm guessing for you, are going to be a bit more, we have to find childcare, are going to be a bit more involved. Maybe, you want to take time off with your children. So it's going to be limited, right? Okay, and this is where like planning comes into place. Planning, communication, expectations and boundaries. So you're meeting your clients and you're letting them know. Because again, if you're not letting your clients know when you are available to them, and they are then sending you an email, and or they're making a phone call to you, and you're on the beach with your children, or you're just about to go on holiday, and then you start feeling that pressure because you haven't set those the terms, if you like. So you need to say to your clients, this is when I'm available on these days. If you would like to contact me then, that's when I'll be able to get back to you. If you contact me any other time, then I'm not going to be available, because I'm actually taking holiday. And because we are allowed to take holiday, just because you have a business doesn't mean you're not allowed to take holiday. It's really, with a job, it's so much clear cut, isn't it? You go into work and you go there at a certain time and you come back, and then you go for you put holiday. So you book holiday, and it's so much clear cut. But when you've got your business, especially if it's such a heartfelt business, especially a business as a mum, it kind of like you do it whenever. So it's not that like clean cut. So like, for example, you might do some work on a Sunday night, or you might do some work in on an evening. It's not so clear cut, and you haven't got those holidays that you need to take like you do if you're employed. So it's really much harder then, and especially like when we're not got somebody above us saying this is how it works, this is how the corporation works, we come up with that. But what I want you to do in your business is treat your business like it is an employed role, you have the same conditions, you do take holiday, you're entitled to holiday, but you need to communicate that with your clients. You have to do that, block out the days that are for your clients and let them know. Communication is so important. communication. And this is something that we could be afraid of because we don't want to upset people, we don't want to let people down, we don't want to seem like we're being selfish by putting ourselves first, by doing something and not serving them in our business. Because we're grateful for their business, we're grateful that, for them as a client. So we kind of like go into a bit of like, if I upset them, then I could lose this client here, and then that could be the end of my business. If I'm losing the clients, we go into fear mode. But when you set clear boundaries, you're going to get respected more as a business. You really are going to get respected more. And if you can't see them, and it's the way it's the language that you use as well. Okay, I was talking about this in the group yesterday. Language is key. It's how we talk. It's what kind of language we use to our clients as well, because the worst situation that can happen is that your clients don't know when you're available. You I've got the 6 weeks and you're not in your business as often as you usually are, and you've got other clients demanding of you, and you can feel that pressure and feel that stress. And what can happen is you can start to resent your clients. They can start to really annoy you, really bug you, get frustrated and get stressed, and then you're not in a very good place to serve anyway. So this is why it's so important to get an upfront contract before. That's what you would call it, like an agreement. This is so we've got 6 weeks coming up, and one of the things that I do is I do take some time off my children. It's the reason why I set up my business, one of my values. So I won't be available on these days, but I'm going to see what it is that you need, and we can come up with a plan on how it can work for both of us. So you're bringing them into it as well, how it can work for both of us. I'm not going to be available on these days at this time. This is when I will be available, and you can even say, I'm going to be available on this day. So what I can do is check in with you, is give you a call on that morning, and it's just setting up that agreement. It's just an agreement. It's just a plan. It's a plan. It's an agreement. So you both know where you stand. I did sales training and by a really great coach, and he said that have no mystification between you and your clients. Okay, so there's no mystification, so nobody is confused. Everybody knows where everybody is, and don't feel bad. Do not feel bad that you're putting yourself first in some holidays, that you're giving yourself that break, because I know that speaking to some people, some of my clients, they feel bad that they're not there at a drop for their clients, and you don't have to be there in a drop for your clients. You just have to be there, offering them a space, and they can take it, and then you serve in that space. Because if you are not putting yourself first and you're just seeing to everybody's needs, then you're not going to be in a good place to serve when you're there serving them. Okay, that is the truth. You have to be in a good place to serve, and you're not going to be in a good place to serve if you're not putting yourself first, you're not setting up those boundaries, you're not setting up those expectations, and you're not kind of like being in charge of it, if you know what I mean. So you're not saying like, these are the times that I've got available. So in your diary for the summer holidays, write down the times you are available for your clients. So when your client does ring up, you can say, I've got this time available for you in this day. Would you like one of those spaces? Would you like one of them? And then if they don't, then they can go on to something in September after the school holidays. But it's their choice, because you're offering them an option. It's like when you go and book a dentist appointment or a doctor's appointment, especially like doctors, right? You can't get in, and you're thinking, I'm really, really ill and I can't get in. They don't get, like, well, this is when the appointment is. They don't go, okay, let's just stretch the doctors or whatever. It's actually, no, this is when the appointment is. This is your option. This is the options that you've got. What would you like to choose? And because this is the options available to you, being really clear, and saying it in your power as well. So not saying, oh, I'm really, really sorry, but I'm going to take some time off from my children, summer holiday. Apologising. Do not apologise for being you either. Stand in your power and say, this is the times I've got available for you in the summer holiday, in the next 6 weeks. Which one would you like? Or should we connect in September? How important is it that we get this done in the summer holidays? Have real clear communications, and don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid, because you'll be more respected, and they will feel more safe as well. Everybody will feel safer because you've got those boundaries and those expectations and the upfront contract, and there's no mystification. If you're ever in any type of relationship, any type, whether that's personal or business, and you feel there's a mystification there, look at what is being mystified. What is being mystified, and then cover it, yeah? And if they don't like it, they don't like it, and that's okay. Because you're okay, they're okay. They just don't like it, and it's okay, because we're not going to be able to serve everybody, right? We're not going to be able to do that. We will just find good fits with people, and that's again, and this just doesn't go for business. This goes for personal as well. Personal life, and it's fine. And even though it can be a bit like, oh, they got, especially because people can make comments, can't they, as well? And people can make comments, because they're feeling disappointed, but know that it's their stuff as well. Know that it's their stuff. It's nothing to do with you. Just be strong. Stick to what you want. So I'm going to recap. Okay, managing clients' expectations in the summer holidays when you're juggling with these. Firstly, get to you. Bring yourself back to you and say to yourself, how would I like the summer holidays to go? How would I like the next 6 weeks to go? What would I be feeling like? How do I want to be feeling like? How do I want my children to be feeling like? Because if we're feeling that pressure from clients and we're feeling stressed, then we're going to pass that on to our children, and our children are going to pick up on that. So how do we want my children? How do you want your children to feel? How do you want the energy to be? How do you want the next 6 weeks to go like, okay? And the next thing is, what would be the absolute worst situation that could not bring this to me? What would happen that I couldn't have this? Like, would a client be ringing me up, demanding stuff, when I'm out having a day out with my children? What would be the worst situation? Okay, and look at that. And then set up when you are working, when you are available, and then go to your clients and say that to them. And that is the steps that you need to take on managing clients' expectations, okay, for the summer holidays. And be really clear. So communicate, upfront contract, boundaries, so they can't be contacting you on this day because you're going to be out doing that. But what you could do is the next day you could check in with them, or you'll have your emails where you would check in on your emails throughout the day if they wanted something. Being really, really clear. And every time it's I'm okay, you're okay, I'm okay, you're okay. Think about that scenario, I'm okay, you're okay situation. And if they're not okay, it's because of their stuff, and they can go and find somebody else, right? And you can make room. This is the thing that we fear with clients, is if we lose clients, that we fear that we won't get any more clients. Actually, no, you'll get the right clients. I've said goodbye to clients before because I haven't felt that they were right for the program, okay? I haven't felt they were right for the program, and I've said goodbye to clients before as well. And you do feel like, oh my gosh, I'm losing the client, but actually no, because when you do that, you open up the space for the right type of clients. Honestly, you do. And the type of clients who will accept what you're saying to them about the summer holidays, okay? You just need a real grown-up conversation with them. So anybody else got any other tips, please do share with them. And it'd be really good, if you could just give your clients a call, now, because we've got a couple of weeks to go, haven't we? I don't know when your kids break up. Mine break up. My daughter breaks up in a couple of weeks, and so we've got 2 weeks to put that out there to our clients and say, this is when I'm available, this is the time, I'm going to have this time away, I'm on holiday then, and just be really, really, really clear communication and take you out of it. That's another thing when you're doing it, is don't let who you are as a person, if you empathy, have that strong empathy for somebody. Don't let that take over the role that you're playing in your business either. This is the role that you're playing. Don't let your personal, like, if you have empathy for people or anything like that, come into play either. So I hope that has helped. This month we're going to be talking about juggling with ease all throughout the month. Share any tips that you've got as well in the group. Let's get through the summer holidays together, yeah? Let's do it. So we can go through them with ease and enjoyment instead of going through them with dread. And that just reminds me, actually, I was meant to put up I'm going to put up a video this week of why you don't need a survival guide for the summer holidays. It's something that I did. Was it last summer holiday? A video that I did, and it's all about why you don't need a survival guide. I believe we don't need surviving summer holidays. That's not what we're here for. I do not believe that. But it's how you can go into the summer holidays feeling more at ease, and not that you need surviving from them, that you enthrall in them instead, because I think that's really important. I feel like our kids, the school has too much time with our children, and then before we know it, they'll be like going off to college. If your kids are already uni, leaving if they've left, and then be like, oh my gosh, we've got all this time. So make every moment count. So that's for today. Manage client expectations, communicate, leave no mystification, set expectations, set when your availability, be really, really strong with yourself. Don't let clients overstep those boundaries. And that's really it in a nutshell, really, on managing clients' expectations for the summer holidays. So I hope that's helped. So as I shared before, and I'm putting it out there, there's two major things that's happening with Mumazing at the moment. One is that the Mumazing group is coming online in September, so really, really excited about that. So that's now going to be available and open to not just people who live in Devon, but people, so you guys that don't live in Devon, can't come to Mumazing group. It's actually going online from September, so look out for the launch, because I'm busy launching that at the moment as well. Another thing is I've opened up discovery calls. So it's a really poignant time now, because as we go into the summer holidays, I feel like it's another Christmas time. We have take some time out, and then in September it's like a bit of like a new year, really. But I see it as this is your final push now to get through this year's goals and take a look at this year's goals. What is it that you wanted to achieve? Have you achieved it by now? Is there something else that you want to do so you can end this year with a bang? And I'm opening up discovery calls. So that is with me to have a half an hour discovery call with me, just to find out, whereabouts you are on your path and what is the next step for you to take on your journey. Then there is an option there if you want to work with me or not, because I would love to if it is a good fit on that. But this discovery call is just really to find out where you are, and then if you wanted to work with me, then we can have a chat about that after. So that is what's happening at Mumazing. And also as well is if you're interested or know anybody, I am going to be doing a bit more about this, but I'm just going to briefly mention it now, is I'm actually looking for leaders to have your own Mumazing group. So if you are powerful, if you're passionate about Mum Shining and want to lead your own personal development group, then there will be more information on that. So I just wanted to update you really on what was happening with Mumazing, because I have been working on it this last couple of months. So I want to share that with you. So I hope you have a rest of a good day today. It's raining and horrible where I am. I don't know what it's like where you are. I'm now off to go to the gym for my gym induction, which I have been procrastinating over. I've cancelled twice, I have to say. And I know it was me getting in my own way, so I'm not going to make up any excuses there, because excuses are banned. It was literally me getting in my own way. But I'm going to go to the gym now with and have a personal trainer session. So, yeah, coming right out of my comfort zone there. I haven't been in a gym for absolutely ages. But that's one of my goals, is to be fit and healthy. So, I need to get out my own way. So, enjoy the rest of your week. Back in here tomorrow, Wednesday Words of Wisdom, doing a new feature as well called Amazing Members Highlight Spotlight, which we've got somebody that we'll be promoting tomorrow, which is very, very exciting. And please do share your amazingness on Thursday. I think we're going to have a blog share day on Thursday, so if you write any blogs, to share that in the group so we can read about your wisdom and everything. Then Friday is Accountability Day, where we're going to be checking in on your actions. How have you got on? Have you had a good week? Have you hit your actions? If not, why not? If so, yeah, let's celebrate. Saturday celebration. Sunday is self-care. Keep yourself filled up. Sorry, very long. And then I'll be back in here next Tuesday for another business live. Okay, and I want you to use this group as a real safe space. So if you have anything that you're struggling with right now, or you want any answers to, or you're like, if only I knew that, or I don't know where to go for that, or I just want to share some really good news, or share something that I found out with you, please share it in the group. The only thing I don't like is the spamming, you know, the advertising, but I want people to contribute into the group. So if you have any ideas, or you need any support or any help, please put it in there. Don't be afraid to do that. I want this group to be a really safe place for you to do that while we support each other on our business adventure and journey. And yeah, any questions you have, put in the group as well. If you want to ask me anything, send me a DM. Really approachable. You can do that. And if you're interested in Discovery Call, I'll be putting a link out to some diary dates. We can put that in. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you in the group and another Facebook Live next Tuesday. Take care. Bye bye.